Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Anuanum abusuafo Ghana for mo wiase fa na nyina mo tie me. Musumfo Sulleyman bi me na masabai. This is our second section. This is our second course, the second video. And before we tackle the topic, ways to believe, we want to discuss the importance of belief. What is the point? Dear Kranti and we say, you say, you talk about belief. What's the point? Because we need to establish what is the importance of this. And the same this second video and focus on the importance of belief. Me pese unime yentu anamon kakra. Me pese me no go on a journey. Yem funny say what video na adiasa wakwa kope ompa biswada na okoda ompa so no toso adie che na o sori ya na ye wo se de woda anwea bi so uti wani a na woda desert so uti wani a desert so na wo se woda makoda me paso o medem ene heba bia me ho. The question that will come to you is this. Naturally, you ask yourself, how did I get here? What happened to me? And whilst I'm here, what is going to happen to me? To me. Sa mere mi wai sa anweso a desert so ai. To me. Now obesa bisa won say what is going to happen to me in future as well. And the fan say who do abobo e wo hu say e kwa best me fa so de ba hai. Ana ohun say obi number bi. Our desert is so. Ana ko ni nchen na bisa ne say. Minia. Na me ba ha. Also pa de. Why then now ba? They also, what happens if you just pop here? All of a sudden, you pop here. And my country, it's not even important to ask that question. Say, then I'm ba. The answer is oha. So they make the most of it. And Oma was answering. Are you going to accept this? Are you going to accept the answer where the amano? Are you going to accept this? That is the truth. Naturally, no. And I see him funny say, when I'm going to share another group of people. And oh, don't worry, and no might be kakesibi. And they kuta umpane sa the who and they say, ma drop slowly. No be see asasi so. And the far quite fast so the bar. Are you going to accept this, Minia? Of course you're not going to accept this. You ask them the question, where is your evidence? If this is what happened to me, mo evidence ekuta mo a mo de ka se asem we no sign the to me no mo fa sa evidence in mreme. So naturally you ask these questions. Now the woman say some fan to we me de ma mo you know. This analogy is interesting. Life is like this. Life is like this. All of a sudden, we were unconscious. And then we find ourselves in this world. And naturally, no. You baby see, I will say, and you find your free buy. Now, I say, Quran, you put the war assassin way so the same. Now, he found so near call. Yem fana say go back be an example am dem a for desert ono no. Yem fana say on the desert ono no. Ena obisa question. Say na se si akora no. Me won kwam. Na minim sese ne tie bia no. Mewu. Ankura bi o wiase biara. So ya kwala so e panyimu. So e broni, so e kokko, so e fita, so e tuntum. Obiara nim so obewu. Obiara nim so obewu. Na se ebewu dia. The natural question is, what will happen to us when we leave this world? Enti mra wo desert no so no. Se ne tie bia no soro ye no. Ebi ansu kombede wo. Obe wakope nso bia no. Obe koni na makochini. Obe tim fifre. Ebi e kombede wo. Obe wako chinchini. Obe do. Na ope bibi akwa no. But the question of how you get to the desert will never leave you. It is natural for you to continue and continue and continue to search for why you got there, how you got there, and where you are going from there. This is the question of the purpose of life. And whether we are Kramoni, whether we are Christian, whether we are Sini, everybody will need to answer this question of the purpose of life. And the way you answer this question, the purpose of life question, i.e. where we come from, where we are, and where we are going, the answer you give to yourself will shape your moral compass, will shape the way you live this world. And then person me try to say, so we nyam sumini and so we nyam sumini. Obia have got some belief. Everybody has got some belief system based on which they lead their life. And indeed, a Western thinker be your friend John Stuart Mills. He lived and was born in 1806. He was a British thinker, philosopher. And he came up with an idea which we call utilitarianism. The basic understanding of utilitarianism, NSA, is to try and endeavor to achieve a maximum benefit for the greatest number of people and to try and minimize harm. This is a moral principle. The senior woman, the osini pa ye di abuta esi swan say, ye mo modin say nipa dodo wiase no an ebenya anije. This concept is based on hedonism. It's based on happiness. And it doesn't matter whether along the way nipa ni bititewe anaso mu, as long as you try to make sure say majority of the people will benefit, That's it. You've done your job. And this has been the role of governments. And in the Western world, I'll give you an example. Coronavirus. This is current issue. This is a very good example. You see, coronavirus, what is happening is, unfortunately, sadly, it is the elderly in Europe, even in Italy, the number of people that have died in Italy, they are estimating, said, it's about 85% are people that are over 65 and 70 onwards. 85% of people that are Omo Italy, it's about 65 years old. In Britain, so the same thing. In America, it's the same thing. So what has happened is that these people, no, they've lived their life. So what's the point? We as a more pension. So why should we care about them? They are dying anyway. So although there are serious attempts to get vaccine, but you can see that these people are not cared about in society. Because they've lived their life, they're dying. Let them die. So you can see John Stuart Mills, because of his moral thinking, which is not based on the thinking of establishing that whether God exists or not. All that he's saying is what we should aim for is maximum our benefit and minimize the harm. It is all the way your moral idea. Not so follow. That is what is going to shape you to live your life. Let's move on to somebody like Rousseau, the 18th century French philosopher. Rousseau, before he answered the moral question, before he developed his moral philosophy, he attempted to answer the question, say, Onyankopɔn bi wɔ hɔ anaa sɛ nyame ni hɔ. Now, what tries to answer whether God exists, he came to the conclusion, say, look, the idea whether God exists or he doesn't exist, an individual concept, I was a Jennifer Sassamuel. A big say Yakupo be ho, a bisuji say Yakupo be anywhere. And it is a personal belief. So, if it's a personal belief, then that belief should not be allowed to play a role within society and the way we organize ourselves in society. And this idea led to the Enlightenment. It led to the idea of secularism. Secularism is the idea, say, your life we live we are simhano. Onyankopon asem ye nyinto nkwen baabi. Ni emfa ya dwene, ye parliament, ye where we can discuss the way we rule ourselves. From this came democracy and the whole of the ideas and the principles of democracy. That man is capable of ruling himself in this world. So you can see how the idea that we shouldn't let the belief in existence of Allah play a role in society, how it's shaping people's moral compass. So the point that I'm making here is whether we nyamsumni and that's all nyamsumni we are simnia. The way you answer the idea, the purpose of life question, where did we come from, where we are here, how we organize ourselves, and where we are going when we die, will shape the way you live your life. And that is why this question, this idea is the mother of all questions. And it's the most important question. And some people have got an idea, say, you only live once. And kwane eba akope. Entino se nyame ama wonkwa jiwani. Ekwa obefo onye sika no, the end justifies the means. Ekwa obefo sika no nya sika no kumunipa obe kumunipa kro kumunipa. Na nya sika no fa jiwani. So you can see that because you're thinking and the way you shape your life takes God out of the equation, your moral thinking and the way you live your life is shaped by this idea. Enjoy life to the max. You hear these ideas as well. That jiwani, the maximum wa opebia. Enti obi oha. O say, oh, matra ma mene mada. Enti ma that's fine. Let me try a meman so. No, I try where bemo. No, I try meman so kakrawe. Was fine. Yeah. That's okay. I mean, try kwala so tradi. Allah akbar. Astaghfirullah. So, it is because of his belief. Say he doesn't believe say onyankopon bia wo. And that is shaping the way he lives his life. Okay, so the question of answering the existence of Allah, i.e., our purpose of life, whether we were created by God or we were not created by God, is shaping us to have a belief. So, Jinyankupon dio, so Ninyankupon dio, Obia Ojidi. And I'm person shit, yin tiatiasi, Obibio, we are Sibia Ojidi. And that GD now one and the best shape the way you live your life. So that's a very, very important point to understand. The other thing to also understand is that if you look at the Muslim, for example, the Muslim believe that obviously the Muslim believes say Onyankopo bi na bo ne ba wiase. So Onyankopo bi na bo ne ba wiase a, then he knows say he needs to eat. Onyatinka o ye bema anaso ye oba onyatinka oni mu say eso no obada. But the way he goes about doing these things, he follows the rules and regulations of God. And that shape his moral concept, and that shape his purpose of life. So you can see the way the Muslim or the religious person, even a Christian, the way they organize their life is because they believe in the existence of God. And that tells them, shapes the way they do their things and all the actions they undertake in this world. So the question of purpose of life determines everything. It determines everything. Enunti Imam Bitinase, a friend Imam Juwaini. He's also called the Imam of Haramain because he was the Imam of both Mecca and Medina. He was also the teacher of Imam Ghazali. So he was a very learned scholar. Imam Ghazali, Obiani Imam Ghazali. Imam Ghazali suya dia wano Imam Juwaini. Imam Juwaini, he said something in his book, Al-Irshad. Imam Juwaini, he said that the most important question for man to establish is the foundation of his belief. Is the foundation of his belief. And he got this idea from the Quran. Quran chapter 49, verse 19. Sorry, Quran chapter 47, verse 19. Surah Al-Muhammad. I want to know Yankupon Kasem Bio. Was it Fa'alim? Fa'alim. Annahu la ilaha illallah. Was it Muhunu? Say, or no tumfo Yankupon. Or hini bien who afates ye sumono. Onyankopon bia ni ba bia bia yeso no tumfo Onyankopon ba akopeno enti Imam Juwaini was say Onyankopon ka se fa'alem munhunu no was say that no munhu se otumfo Onyankopon munhwehwem was say it is knowledge based on certainty. It's the knowledge based on dalil, knowledge based on evidence with certainty. And Imam Juwaini, he concluded that the only way you can have knowledge with certainty is through the use of the mind. It's through the use of the mind. And therefore, this leads us into the methodology, the ways to believe, by using our mind to try and understand the way to believe. And this is what we call the rational method. So this leads us into our next discussion, which is trying to discuss the ways to believe, the ways to believe, which is talking about the methodology, the ideas of science, the idea of scientism, the scientific method, epistemology. These are going to be our focus in that video. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Onyankopon onya wodin, Onyankopon onsha wodin. De ohwe wiase bi Onyankopon oma wonsanka, Onyankopon oma wonsanka. De achi neni ntu sa na mawe ye call the next video The next video ni atudin ways to believe. Onyankopon onyo kese wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.